Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very good. This video is not my typical style. This is something that I've done for the first time, and in this video I am going to share with you my entire experience of shifting to my regular commercial shampoos to organic shampoos. And the brand that I've used is Juicy Chemistry. They are certified organic skincare and hair care brand, and all their products are 100% organic, and they have been certified by ecocert, which is a prestigious organization from France. This is going to be a video where I'm only talking and not really doing anything as such. This might be boring for other people, but I knew that I had to make this video because there's so much information gap and there's so many people who ask me about it as well. So I wanted to make a video where all the information is at one place, and whenever there's anybody has any doubt, I can just share the video. And I know for a fact that this is going to help a lot of people. So grab a snack, grab something, and I hope you don't get bored. So let's get started. So if you're somebody who has never tried an organic shampoo, you might be thinking that why do we need time to adapt to organic shampoos, because it's a simple product. What's the big deal about it, right? And if you're somebody who has already tried it and already given up on it, then your basic question would be that when we do not need so much time to shift to organic skincare, then why do we need why do we need to go through a transition phase altogether to adapt to organic shampoos particularly? The reason is simple, and I'll try to explain it as simply as possible. The reason is that when you have been trying commercial shampoos and conditioners over a really long period of time, there is build up on your scalp and around your strands. There's an additional layer of this product, which includes silicons, parabens, which includes chemicals, and yeah, so basically there's an additional layer. And the first and the foremost thing when you use an organic shampoo happens is that it tries to break that additional layer. It tries to help you get rid of all the product buildup. It helps to unclog your hair follicles, and since the product buildup has happened over the years, it's going to take time. It takes time for the shampoo to help you completely get rid of all such product buildup. And during this process, since it takes time, it takes multiple hair washes. During this time you tend to feel oiliness around your scalp, and you might feel that your hair strands are dry. You might also encounter hair fall, excessive hair fall in fact, and all this all these symptoms are basically part of the transition. It usually happens, and in fact when you're combing, you might also feel that there is some weird residue coming out of your strands as well, and that's nothing but the product buildup. Now there's another concern that I've come across that people generally have with organic shampoos, specifically Juicy Chemistry, because they do not use any sort of detergents, be it organic, be it natural, or be it chemical ones. They do not use any at all, and that's their brand policy. Their shampoos will definitely not lather as much as a commercial shampoo. They lather up very mildly, just enough to cleanse your hair, and in all honesty we do not need so much foaming. Or your cleansing products do not really need to foam up so much to do their job. So an organic shampoo is perfectly capable of doing the job without foaming so much. But since we are so much used to the fact that your cleansing products must foam a lot and bubble out a lot, it's not really necessary. So the second concern that I usually come across, the foaming one, is I think is not really a big concern, because that's just basically simple gap of information. People are not aware about this fact. They have just grown up to know that foaming is necessary in cleansing products. I do understand that the first concern can be scary for a lot of people, but if you do not give up like I didn't, and if you complete your transition, you would know that you have done the right thing, and your hair will also love you back. So my transition took me exactly seven individual washes. It took me approximately 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 7 washes. And during this time, one thing that I deliberately didn't do was heavily oil my hair. In fact, I just used hair oil only once during the entire phase, and I didn't use any sort of hair mask or any heavy hair oil or I didn't even use any sort of conditioner as well. I only used Juicy Chemistry leave-in conditioner once or twice during this phase, and I didn't use any other product on my hair. No heat, no blow dry, nothing. I let my hair dry out naturally, and yes, I did come across a lot of hair fall as well, but I have talked about it in detail during those 7 washes, so make sure you check out the next part as well. That's the tip that I would give it to you, because a lot of people oil heavily, and then that oil doesn't really go off initially, because as the part of transition you are bound to feel oiliness or greasiness in your hair, so you might feel that the oil is not being washed off, and all that concerns again. So I deliberately didn't do it, and I would suggest that you also don't do it. Another thing that I would like to share with you is that I feel the longer hair you have, the more time transition is going to take, and it's going to be a little difficult as well. The shorter hair you have, it's going to be a piece of cake, honestly. So if you have shorter hair, there's nothing to be concerned about really, but if you have longer hair, be prepared. It's just going to take a couple of more washes than others. That's it. So it took me 7 washes, and I was expecting 6 to 8 washes on an average. So yeah, I'm happy. I will be sharing my experience with you in the next footage, where I'm talking about each and every individual wash. I hope it helps, and yeah. Alright, so today is day 1 of my transition to organic shampoos, and the one that I've used is the Baobab, Guava Leaf and Tea Tree Organic Shampoo. This one is for hair fall and dandruff control. I picked this one because it's monsoons, and during this time I do face a lot of hair fall as well, and because of all the sticky, sweaty weather, you do tend to get that itchy, irritated scalp and even dandruff at times. So I thought this one would be a good choice for monsoons. Another thing I quickly want to mention is that I haven't used any sort of hair oil or hair mask before washing my hair, and this is the result. The fronts look pretty good to me. There's no oiliness, limps or any sort of grease in my hair. I can actually go through my day with this kind of fronts, because all you need is your fronts to be in place, and especially for the kind of work I do, sitting in front of the camera making videos, this works pretty good. However, I do feel a lot of heaviness at the back of my head. My hair are pretty oily there, and they feel a lot heavier as well. Another thing that I noticed, that my hair fall did increase than it usually does. So I know that during monsoons I do go through a heavy hair fall phase, and I'm pretty much, I have pretty much accepted that fact, but it did increase. Today was the first day of the wash. I do understand that because I've done a lot of study, I have read a lot about it, and I do understand that this is a given. Like, this happens when you transit from a commercial shampoo to an organic one, and I have sort of adjusted my mind that this happens, it's okay. So I do not really have a big issue with that. But yes, hair fall can happen to you as well if you are also going through this transition. I think this pretty much sums up my day 1. I will get back to you with day 2. Alright, so it's day 2. I've used the same shampoo, and I didn't apply any sort of hair oil or hair mask, and the hair fall definitely reduced this time. It was almost 40 to 50% less than of what it was on day 1, and my hair look a lot better than day 1 as well. The fronts are even better. Look at this. They're so much better, and even the back side, it's less heavier, less oilier. And overall, I think my hair feel and look a lot better as compared to day 1. So yeah, that was all for day 2. I'll see you on day 3 now. Alright everyone, so I could not shoot on day 3 and today is day 4, but let me tell you that there was not much of a difference between day 2 and day 3. The hair fall was slightly lesser than day 2, but otherwise in terms of that oiliness or heaviness in my hair that I generally feel was almost the same. The roughness in my hair was almost the same, so more or less there was not really much of a difference. But today on day 4 I did something different. I used the same shampoo. I didn't oil my hair, I didn't use any sort of hair mask, but I did use ACV, apple cider vinegar, after washing my hair. I just rinsed with diluted ACV, and I feel that the hair fall was much more than day 2 and day 3, almost a little less than day 1 actually, in all honesty. But the dryness in my hair has reduced for sure, The oiliness is approximately the same or a little on the lesser side, but yeah, so I'm not sure what caused the hair fall on day 4. Probably it's ACV, or probably ACV just helped uh, help getting rid of all the product residue. As you can see with the hair fall that I've just shown you here, you can see the residue uh, pretty clear in this hair fall, and I know this looks gross, but I guess I had to show you how it looks. So yeah, that sums day 4 pretty much. Sorry guys, I missed day 5. I'm sorry for missing a day again. It was pretty much similar to day 4. The only difference was that the oiliness was far lot lesser than day 4, and my hair looked very much normal, apart from the fact that the lengths are still a little dry. So I need to figure out how my entire hair length is back to its normal texture and feel. Other than that, I also happen to realize the cause of hair fall. Probably it's not just the transition. I know during this transition a lot of people do feel hair fall, but I just realized that every time during monsoons I go through a crazy hair fall. And even before I started this transition, this phase of shifting to organic shampoos, I had pretty crazy hair fall. So I'm not blaming the entire hair fall on the transition. There are other factors also, like the weather. I know for so many years it always happens to me during this time of the year, and also the last couple of months has been extremely stressful for me personally, and I know stress affects my health in a lot of ways, so I do connect both these things together. So I think my hair fall is a result of all the 3 factors together. So I would not blame it completely on the transition. Apart from that, with every single wash, it's getting better. Today is day 6. My hair feels so much better today. I changed the shampoo actually. I am using the apple cider vinegar and argan shampoo from the same brand, Juicy Chemistry, and my hair definitely feel a lot better. I just feel the very ends are still a little dry, but overall I felt that my hair were almost back to their normal texture. I did use a hair oil today, again Marula Argan hair oil from the same brand, Juicy Chemistry, and it did completely took away the oil. So I'm happy that it didn't really make it even more oilier. It actually took away the oil, and my hair feel really good. I still feel a couple of washes more would seal the deal for me, and I'll be back to square one with the organic shampoos. So I'll see you on day 7 now, and yeah. Alright guys, so yesterday was day 7, but I could not sit down and shoot, so I'm shooting today. Today is basically second day hair, and I think my hair has completely adapted to organic shampoos, because this time there's absolutely no oiliness. I am sweating a little because I'm shooting without fan and AC, so ignore that thing. But overall there is no oiliness in my hair at all. The dryness has reduced so much, the hair fall has reduced so much, and my original texture, I've retained it, and it's looking pretty good actually, and I'm really loving my hair, and I'm so glad I made this transition. So this is exactly how my hair look. There was a sudden change in the texture and everything on the 7th day. Like, it's literally zero oiliness or heaviness at the back of my head, comparatively very less hair fall. I know will stay with me for some time till the monsoons last, because that's always happens, so I'm not really worried about that. But overall the texture is back to what it used to be. I just love my hair, and I think they're doing a lot better. I see that my hairline is also growing. That's primarily because of the chili serum, which I haven't used during the transition phase, but I do see that hairline has been improving. I'll talk about the chili serum altogether in a different video, but yeah, for this thing I think I've successfully transitioned to organic shampoos, and I'm so happy about taking this decision, because it's so much better for me and for the environment as well, and because the packaging is also eco-friendly, biodegradable. So I'm happy that I am slowly and steadily shifting towards the right thing and doing my bit as well. So yeah. So that was all about this video. I hope it was helpful. I know it's a long one, probably boring too. I really cannot guess how many people would actually be watching this end bit, but I had to make this video. I had to put out this information for anybody who's trying to shift to organic hair care completely. Organic hair care, in my opinion, is really underestimated. There's a lot of lack of information in the market, and it's extremely powerful, guys. It can help you treat difficult chronic scalp conditions, but there's a lot of information gaps. So I hope this helped. And another thing that I quickly want to mention is that this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid to make this video or even try the shampoos or anything. Okay, so yeah, this is not an advertisement. That's it. I think I should shut up now. I will see you guys soon. Till then, bye bye. Take care. I love you guys so much.